Hey, what's up? So, it's Friday video. So I know a lot of people don't read the comments, especially on videos that are like a year and a half old. So, is it a year and a half? Yeah, that was January 2016, and this is May. Okay, so 16 months, whatever. Because it would be February, March, April, May. So that's 4 months plus 12, that's 16 months. So yeah, there were some requests on that video that I do a shower challenge, which took me all week, or took me a couple days to figure out what the hell it was. And then, because there's not a lot of videos on YouTube about it, apparently they're listed as shower challenge. But I eventually figured out what it was. And basically, they want me, these commenters want me to get in my shower with ice cold water, and it's not running right now, so you guys can see me turn it to ice cold water, and I just get in fully geared. I mean, let's tilt the camera here. You know, I'm not going to be using my cleats because I don't want to tear up the bottom of my bathtub. So I have black socks on to simulate it. Like, for serious, I don't want to, my cleats are sharp on the bottom. Live in an apartment, I have a deposit. So, that's that. We're also going to make this relatively educational because 2 years ago, we had a game up near Seattle that was, I think it was like 90 degrees out. But the thing is it was right near kind of a wetlands area, so it was muggy as hell. And at halftime, I literally went and ran in the shower at the locker room. A lot of guys stood outside because it was technically colder outside than it was in the locker room. We then later played a game, but so this is relatively educational. This is like, you know, I'm going to do it here so you don't have to worry about doing it, you know, at a game. If you're overheating, you don't have to take off your gear. Just get in a shower fully geared, unless your coach is like, don't do that. It's a bad thing. The issue is you're going to have to like dry your gear out later, which is basically take off your shoulder pads, take your jersey off them, and just leave your shoulder pads right up. I mean, you can kind of pull the pads off. Mine are Velcroed on, so I can pull them out and like lay them on top of the dryer. You do not want to put them in the dryer. You'll destroy the foam. You can maybe hair dryer them, but I don't have a hair dryer. Maybe lay them in the sun, something like that. I don't know. This is also a how not to wash your gear. You wash your gear by yourself. Like, you take the pads out. Like, if these are dirty, the hard plastic's dirty, you pull the pads out and then you hose it off. Then you hose the pads off and you let them dry in the sun. You let them air dry is what it's called. You don't put your gear on and wash it. Like, you take your jersey and you stick it in the washer. Depending on your jersey, you have to look at the washing instructions. But this is like machine wash cold. And then I just sort of let it air dry because it's a really thin material and whatnot. So anyways, let's center this. Now the challenge, that's gross. Now the challenge is I need to go and stand in the shower as long as possible. Whatever. Like I said, it was a request. It doesn't seem too terribly out of the norm. I mean, other people have done this. It took me a while, a bit, like I said, to find it, but yeah, let's see, is that right? That works. This is a rag. So, over here, crank it to cold. Well, that light makes it so much better. You know, and when people say fully geared, fully geared, I guess. The problem is like most people that do this are doing it fully clothed and they jump in a pool. Now, our pools are closed right now because they're hyper chlorinated because it's not quite summer yet. But helmet on. I mean, if you're doing this at halftime, sure, take your helmet off. That way you can put it through, you can get the water through your hair. Right, I need to fix my mouthpiece just a little. Well. See, this doesn't feel as bad with your gear on, because it's not hitting much of your skin. And again, it's just a cold shower. There's like nothing to this. Getting water all over the place. But yeah. I'm getting water all over the place. That's a bad idea. Probably would have worked out better if I had had like one of those with the closing doors. But yeah, that's basically how you do that, you know. I'm soaking wet. See, now that the water's not running on me, it's getting cold. But blessing is, I mean, here, shake off some of this water. The blessing of my helmet, my hair's not even really all that wet. I mean, you know, whatnot. And it's like, all that jazz. But it's like, oh my God, I can't leave that water there. Bath towel. This was a terrible idea. Whatever. Gross. Of course, technically, I'm dripping water all over the place. I don't know. Yeah, this is, and that's how you do it. Like, you don't, and it'll definitely cool you off, especially when it's like, you know, 80, 90 degrees outside, because you'll get all this cold water all over you. And then, just like, I mean, it's basically forcing yourself to drench yourself in sweat, and you cool off your skin a little bit. Well, yeah, I am wearing, you know, thermal-ish gear that's supposed to help with that. I was wearing this during the Sumner game, and yeah. Oh, helmet, don't fall into the, whatever. It's a helmet. I just, oh, it hit my sink. But yeah, so that's that. I have a water mess to clean up now. I probably should have done this a bit more of a public shower, but you know, if that would have been strange. By the way, just letting you know. Here, let me use my deodorant. I did have my girdle on. I know it's kind of hard to see because it's polycarbonate and all that stuff. Okay, now that I'm not in the shower, it's getting really cold. I need to take this stuff off. But yeah. Yeah, now that the gloves are wet, they don't stick to the uniform anymore, which makes it that much better if we play in a rain game. Which we did once, but I didn't get any film of it because, yeah, we didn't have a, Aaron had to film for Huddle that time. So he didn't get to film for the vlog much. So, yeah, hope you guys all have a fun weekend. Cobras have our practice this weekend, and a lot of us, since there wasn't really much of a practice week last weekend, a lot of people are being, yeah, if people don't show up this week, they're going to be called out, from what I can tell, and whatnot. So I will chat with you guys over the weekend. Hopefully, we'll get some good stuff after practice, see what's going on, and the next time you see me in this uniform, will be the 20th, the weekend of the 20th. Also, question swag-wise. So, I have the white, which makes me all white. And this makes me all, let's lower this a little bit. I know it's a long video, but, and this gets me all black. However, would you think, in your opinion, if I should wear like my the white tights I have with the black pants, see, and thus my white undershirt, and thus reverse it, so we have, this is gonna be craptastic, but like wear the white jersey with black sleeves, kind of invert them, because I don't know. I have to figure that one out, but we don't have a game until next Tuesday, so do you think black sleeves and tights with the white uniform and verse or whatever? So, okay, my legs are giving out on me because they're starting to, look at you guys, on Monday.